プレイですか。このコントローラー結構軽いよな。何グラムなんだろう。バッテリーの持ちはそんなに良くないような気もするけど。なんだろうな。人間の死体投げ捨てた沼で、まさにその投げ捨てたその桟橋で魚釣るっていうのはどうなんでしょうね。しかもその魚食べるんでしょう。なんだろうな。こう人間のそのPoor bastard。いや、なんていうか、こう、プリオンっていうものがあってさ、それがこう、自己増殖するから、感染するわけだけど、まあ、生体濃縮とはちょっと違うけど、要は、土に帰ってこう分解されたりせずに、こう食物連鎖というか共食いとかで動物から動物にこう感染し続けてると、タンパク質の折りたたみ構造がどんどんその異常性がどんどんこう蓄積していってCJD っていう病気の発生してしまうんだけど、そういう危険性とかあるから、なんか死体の管理っていうのはちょっとね、共食いはしない方がいいし、共食いすでにしてる可能性がある人は絶対食べない方がいいしな。だから、どんな人かも分かんない人をさ、死体を沼に捨てて、で沼のワニとか が食べるわけでしょ。でも魚とかも一部、ね、食べてるかもしれないし、でその魚を人間が摂取するってなると、自分たちが食べるってなると、自分たちもねやっぱ感染リスクあるから
How's it going?
危ないと思うんだけど。
Arthur.
白雪姫みたいな色の服なの。
Bored of being the butt of all you fools' jokes. It ain't nice, and it ain't brotherly. I mean, I get it. I get it. Oh, look, there's old Big Bill. Oh, look at him, ain't he so dumb? Well, I ain't so dumb.
Well, of course you ain't so dumb, Bill. You're just averagely dumb.
Thank you. That means something. I got feelings inside of me. Real feelings. Now, I know I'm not as smart as you, or Hosea, or Dutch. But I'm just as smart as Marston, or Arthur, or any of them.
Exactly. Sort of how I see it. You're fine.
But it still hurts. It does. People calling you dumb.
It's like people call me lazy. I'm not lazy. I just don't like working. There's a difference. It's like you and thinking. You're not dumb. You just don't like thinking. That sort of it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of it.
Hmm? Makes sense now.
Yeah.
Interesting to see you eat. Why, sir? I thought the opium did it for your appetite. Usually does. I am not an opium user, sir. I take morphine for medical reasons. Whatever you say, Reverend, it's all the same with me. You're weak, and you're hiding, and your being up there in heaven don't give two shits about you. So you take opium to feel okay, and them's the facts. Them ain't the facts, sir. I'm sorry, Reverend. But the way I see it, your kind is parasites, deceiving people, and a greater evil than those of us who know better. Is that so? Yes, it is. Excuse me. Your excuse.
Is that a journal I see you writing in?
Something like that.
That's good.
I have been... I have keen recuperating after an interesting encounter encounter with Combe O'Driscoll.
Okay, that's enough for me.
Dutch got it into his mind to meet the bastard to somehow end all this lunacy. Only Combe did not share Dutch's sense of honor amongst thieves. Whole thing was a setup to kidnap me, then lure all of the rest of us into a trap, so we could get arrested and Combe could appear away. Us somehow carrying
Hi, Uncle.
off his sin along with our own to the gallows.
My turn to take guard.
Seems like Combe is enjoying this modern world even less than we are. More by luck than judgment, I escaped and somehow got back home, back here, more dead than alive, and collapsed into bed for a few feverish days. Of after much nursing from Miss Grimshaw and Miss Tilly, and much guilt. Written apologies from Dutch over his stupidity. I survived okay. My shoulder where I was shot ain't come down with gang gangrene. And I will live. And I will live, if even uglier than before. Thing is getting ever even more insane with the local population. My senses neither the Greys nor the Braithwaites have a pot to piss in.
Not too bad. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
But I haven't spent too much time with the landed gentry. Whatever else they is. They don't make one believe in the nobility of the aristocracy. Clamshell orchard.
Looking good there, old fella. Go to hell. After you, old fella.
Discovered the world's angriest man. Relieved to real realize it
Well,
ain't
guess I
me.
should call it a day.
Relieved to realize it ain't me.誰だっけこの人。この人おったっけ。ああ、ダメだ、覚えてない。怒ってる人、怒った男なんていたっけ。サンドにかな。サンドにいたんかな。
My eyes are closing.
うん。Akuna's Star Orchard Rat Tail Orchard. Rat. A very small church for a very small congregation. Sean.これ記憶から書いてるんだな、この人。見ながらじゃないんだ。あの状況で絵なんて描けないからな。記憶から思い出して書いてんだ。Sean has been killed. I'm more sad than I can admit. Rest in peace. I loved that little loud loud-mouthed wretch, more than I knew. He was like an annoying little brother to me. What fun we had. Riding together, and now he's dead. His head shot half off in an ambush. What goddamn mess we are making of things. Still no.
Boys.
Micah?
Oh, hello there.
Confederate gold. But a shit load of trouble. Home for now. We're moved again. More trouble with the Pinkertons. More trouble with them. Locals. More trouble all around. Little Jack's been kidnapped, so we're trying to find him. Apparently, some fella in Saint Denis Senor something or other took Bridge. To our presence and kidnapped him or heaven for kid worse. Forbid. Umbrage ってなんだろう。We burned down Braithwaite Manor when we went hunting for him in an almighty scrap. Then we got spoken to again by Agent Milton. This time, heはいはいはいはいはい。ピンカートンとか。来たね。そうかそうか。それでここに移動したのね。He asked for Dutch's head on platter. He asked for Dutch's head on a platter.
You lot ain't no fun.
We got him to leave, but they ain't too pleased with us. So we headed into Saint-Denis to find little Jack. We was told he'd been kidnapped by some local gangster. This Hallian fella called Bronte Hallian, a local tough guy. We ain't found him, but he's found us. Dutch and I headed into town and I managed to get myself robbed by a bunch of children. This was a new law. Even by my standards. This was a New low. Even by my standards. Anyway. We found Mr. Bronte and are gonna pay him a call. We better get the boy back soon, not least because of if we don't, Abigail be because we better get the boy back soon, not least if we don't because かこれ
Miss Grimshaw?
Young man.
not least because if we don't, Abigail will kill the lot of us. All this after we burned down the Braithwaite Manor house. looking for him and made some real enemies of ourselves back in that country. Burned down the Braithwaite Manor house looking for him and made some real enemies of ourselves back in that country. We are now hiding deep in the swamps, trying not to get eaten by wildlife or on sunk go. Trying not to get in by wildlife or sunk too deep in the mud. I cannot decide which I like less. The swamps or the city. Both are full of fullこれ
Swanson?
なんて書いてたこれハブじゃないのかこれ Parasite reptiles and slime スライムって何？なんだろう。爬虫類と両生類のことかな。なんだろうな、スライムって。But the swamp is prettier. Dutch is trying to think of where we can run next, but in the meantime, we are deep in the swamps, hiding in some disease-ridden
Feeling a little dizzy.
old plantation house. Mostly swallowed up by nature. Great. なんだ。Guess
Hey, Javier.
we will find Jack.
You ever think about going back to Mexico?
I can't. At least not for now. It's a long story.
I'd like to go there one day.
指名手配書貼ってあったもんな。なぜか。南部だからかな。メキシコに近いからかな。なんかスペイン語みたいな言語で。
You've been drinking. A lot, Karen. You
Karen.
okay?
You've been killing a lot, so don't judge me.
Okay. Just trying to look out for you.
Karen. まあがん予防のガイドラインとしては飲酒は一切しない方がいいと、しないことを推奨するということになったらしいですからね。Guess we will find Jack. Get some money. Then flee. But where? These bastards ain't giving up. We're a long way east of land. We know, and far from the real open country. Met curious French man in a bar brought him a drink. Bought him a drink, and he gave me a picture. Said he was an artist. Although I'm not sure I see what is so good about it. Met a monk, helped him free a couple of poor bastards from the islands. Someplace who were kept prisoner. The monk, what was his name? brother,
Javier?
something, or other, was a good fellow, one of these innocent people who make you feel better about human beings and even about yourself a little. Must be odd to see all that goodness in the world.
Good morning, Arthur.
Hey, y'all.
Morning, Arthur.
Morning to you.
何の音かと思ったら靴の裏磨いてたんですか。いつの間にか朝になっとる。Must be odd to see all that goodness in the world. Place always seemed dark. Always seemed dark and brutal to me. Met a weird fella once. Once. A 100 gallons of moonshine for love. Never heard such nonsense in all my life, and I know some talkers of nonsense. Guess I'll go ask that clerk guess I'll go ask that clerk Alden Trelawney's disappointed friend. Disappointed discouraged じゃないの。Maybe he knows a way of finding it, as I think there's
Javier?
money in this. Met a pair of fellas. Met a pair of fellas from a chain gang. Black fella named White fella named Black. Oh, そうだったんだ。They wanted to kill each other. ああ、そうだね。They begged me to clear off some wanted posters for them. Collected the posters. Old, white and black weren't so innocent as they seem. 誰だっけこの人。Check the shine to the fella in Saint Denis. Professor, no less, Andrew something of or other. He's built an electric chair as a kind way of killing folk that need killing. Oh, the irony of it all. Even more ironic, me, so tough, and him so weak, and I never got paid.この人は誰か トイボートの人か。ああ。うん。ああ。なんか写真からにちょっと似てる。Met a crazy man in Saint-Denis, a professor no less. Marco. Tragic. I'm still managed by. I'm still amazed by what I experienced. He had me.
Well, think I can feel a piss coming on.
He had me control a tiny boat. Remotely. How? I have no idea. I did not understand any of it. But even though he was annoying and a sharp mouth, he seemed of a obviously. ああ、このギターの曲いいね。いいですね。普通にいいね、この曲。 このままずっとキャンプに何日間もただ座ってるだけでも特に問題ないんだろうな。
Hi, Pearson.
Mr. Escuela?
Mr. Escuela 誰それ、誰だっけな。 Mr. Escuela って誰よ。
Swanson.
Oh, Uncle.
Hey.
Lenny?
Hey, Javier.
I'm good. Some of them here that trim me all up. Good.
How are things? Not good. I will.
さらに
Hello, Javier.
How? I have no idea. I did not understand any of it. But even though he was annoying and a sharp mouth, he seemed
Mr. Pearson.
Oh, hi, Karen.
obviously highly intelligent. But even though he was annoying and a sharp mouth, he seemed obviously highly intelligent. Was I duped? I have no idea. Wouldn't he? The first time I've fallen for the rantings of an intelligent man telling me how to think.
Hello, Pearson.
If I wanna get paid for this nonsense, I gotta find
Hey, fellas.
a bounty. Name ofちょっとこれ飛ばしちゃったな。Only he didn't tell me how to think. Whole thing was odd. Told me to come see him at his love at Dover Hill. Maybe. そこも言ったよな。あんな危険な山の中のね空河とかいる場所に結構な大きさの研究所があって本当にそこで研究してんの？なんであんな危険なとこに住めるんだろう。他にもでも家あったよなあそこ。If I wanna get paid for this nonsense, I gotta find a bounty. Name of Wilson J. McDaniels. So he can be humanely disposed of. でいきなり話飛びますねこれね。飛んでんの？うん。なんか変だなこのつながりが。At enormous cost to everybody as opposed to shot in the head like I would do. Still ain't been paid for this.
How's it going?
Can't complain.
Good.
Can complain. Good. More problems have befallen us. More running. Leviticus Cornwall, the oil, sugar, rail and greed merchant. So the これWho だよね。これ Who え NA あれな、ちょっと待って、これこうか。フームか。あーはーはーはーはー。フーム。あ、M か。なるほどね。これ M ですか。あー。フームか。これ M に見えないよ。Whom we robbed a while back had us ambushed in Valentine. Seems he has added to the price on our heads. We shot our way out of town and narrowly escaped with our lives. The only amusing aspect of the honor was here Strauss getting crazed and acting like he horror か。The only amusing aspect of the horror. ああ、ホラーだ。R が続くと分かりにくいな。Was preparing the only amusing aspect of the horror was Herr Strauss getting grazed and acting like he was preparing for his short trip down to hell. After this, we fled the country and headed even further south and east, camping by a lake. This is pretty much new country for me. Charles and I saved a family of Germans who were in the process of getting themselves killed. He's a better man than me. He does not need to think to be good. It comes naturally to him, like right is deep. Like right is deep within, as opposed to this conflict between good, evil, that rages within me. If only we had fled west out of Blackwater, we could be free now, out where we belong, beyond civilization, with the savages and the animals. Here, we won't even be at home. Rose. So, turns out we're holed up outside a town called Rose, deep in old cotton country. The place has not recovered from the war, and those deep in old cotton country. The place has not recovered from the war, and those folks that is sober enough to think are still angry. The drunk, which is most of them,
La amistad y el amor mentiras son. Y mentiras son también las ilusiones.
ちょっと歌詞がずれてますけど、字幕が。ちょっと字幕ずれてるけど。
Mentira, el amor de las mujeres. Y mentira su belleza, su desdén. Y mentira el te adoro que pronuncian. Y sus besos, mentiras son también. Son mentiras los dulces juramentos que pronuncian sus labios de carmín. Son palabras que al nacer las lleva el viento de los prados a los bosques del confín. I love that song.
Javier だな。 ハビアのギターいいね。すごいいい音が鳴ります。いい音が鳴る。あれなんかページがいちいちリセットされちゃうのなんで？
If it ain't little Lenny.
Little Lenny Gang Savings 急に増えたよね。バンクロバリーで増えたんだっけ。それは儲かりますよな。でも1万ドルもか。The drunk, which is most of them, are angrier still, but perhaps for other reasons. Adding to the absurdity, we appear to be planning to deputize ourselves into the local law enforcement. ああ、ちょっと暗くて見えないな。暗いな。ちょっと。よいしょ。あ、これ、キーマウだと視点移動できないのかな。And have already taken down a major bounty on their behalf, but mostly to rescue slippery old Trelawney, who had got himself arrested for some of his usual no nonsense. Seems like there is a long running blood feud between two old families here, and both Dutch and Hosea believe they may be sitting on a lot of gold. We shall see, I guess. Mrs. Alden, the widow, 違うな。Mrs. Adler, the widow we rescued a while back, might be the craziest one of all of us. She fights like a cornered polecat, with a rage and a bloodlust. Lust ってさ、L の方だから欲望って意味の方か。そうだね。マジか。これなんかラストでサビかと思ったけど違うな、これ欲望の方だな。強い欲望。With a rage and a bloodlust that frightens the hell out of me. I even get on her I ever get on her wrong side, and I ever get on her wrong side, and I am a dead man. I don't intend to. She's a fine woman, amusing and good-hearted and decent and angry. I took her shopping to stop her filleting old Pearson right in camp. After we got jumped, she went insane and showed she can kill with the best of us. Finally, we have achieved a state of true insanity. For the first time in my life, I'm a deputized lawman. We went off with some moronic dupe. Some moronic dupe deputy, working for the alcohol-drenched Sheriff Gray, pursuing some moonshiners. Dutchy is convinced this will somehow lead to riches beyond compare. Seems the one powerful local family, the Greys, ex-Scots, is warring with another proud English family, the Braithwaites, like some long-running dispute from the border country. Vanilla flower, wild mint. Apparently, there's gold or women or something at the root of this, and
I got better things to do.
if it's gold, we want it. Either way, we are so deep in the swamp and so entirely lost ourselves. I hope it will take the Pinkertons and their ilk a long while to find us. We shall see. In the meantime, a new career path in law seems to await. Seems like amongst our other perils, a gang called the Lemoyne Raiders won't take too kindly to outsiders or anyone who ain't living in the distant past. Milkweed, Braithwaite Manor, moonshine. I've met some charming women in my time. Catherine Braithwaite, the mother hen to that particular bunch of roosters ain't one of them. Sour old jug of piss and bullshit I ain't never met. Even Hosea's charms weren't lost upon her. She refused our offer of selling her back her shine, and instead got us to give it away to annoy the saloon owners in town. Hosea put on quite a show while we got interrupted by the bastards we robbed when grabbing the stuff. We just about escaped. On the other hand, we met this poor bastard, Grey Boy Bo, and his forbidden love, Miss Penelope. Quite the most alive creature we have met down here. Suddenly, I'm marching as a suffragette. Okay. The looks of loathing on the faces. of the locals delighted me, while their leader, Mrs. Calhoun, Mrs. Calhoun amused me. I don't know much about good causes, nor the joy of democracy, but I enjoyed my little experience riding alongside them. World is certainly changing fast. stumbled into this old trunk on the street of Rose. I don't know quite why he made an impression. The world is full of self-pitying drunks. Hell, I hope to grow into one myself, but something about this fella, Jeremiah, Compson, blamed everyone else for his plight, lost his career and his home, wanted me to go find a few trinkets at his home, Compson's stead, just north of Scarlet Meadows. Maybe I'll head over there sometime. Went to his house. Huh? Went hisハウスですか？これハウスって書いてないやん、これ。これハウスって書いてないさすがにこれはなんかおかしいだろ、これは。なあ。これはハウスではないだろう。Don't feel so bad for him now.
You okay? Not so good. Yeah. I know the feeling.
Feel like a fool. Bastard was a slave catcher. Went to see nice Mr. Compson again. Burned his valuable ledger right in front of his eyes. ザリガニがあれ、ザリガニなんていたっけ？ザリガニなんていたっけな。いたような、いなかったような。なんかでもカニとかいたよな。Charles and I went looking for Trelawney, who was staying in Rose. He'd been accosted by some bounty hunters who was looking for him and a means to getting to us. Whole thing turned nasty, and he'd been treated pretty bad, but we got him out of there. He seemed worried that there might be more following in their wake. So came back to camp with us. There always seem to be more bounty hunters, Pinkertons, lawmen. Everywhere we go, there's more and more civilization. Perhaps this is it from now on. We shall see, I guess. This whole place is beginning to give me the creeps. I wanna get back in the open country of the West. Or what's felt of it. Or what's left of it. But even that ain't the way I remember it. We went horse thieving. Our greed getting the better of us, believed a yarn spun us by one of that grey family, the patriarch Tavish. Particularly unpleasant one of what seems
How you doing?
Very well.
Good to hear.
a particularly unpleasant one of what seems a reasonably unpleasant family. He had us believing that the Braithwaite woman owned some highly prized English thoroughbreds or Arab chargers or whatever they was supposed to be. And imagined we was going to be wonderfully rich. He had us
Hi there, Javier.
believing. He had us believing
Oh, hey, Karen.
that and imagined we was gonna be wonderfully rich.これ、imagined はさ、主語は何なの？ he なのかな？それとも us なのか？ちょっとわからんな。He had us imagined なのか He imagined なのか。あるいは We imagined の We が抜けてんのかわからん。And imagined we was gonna be wonderfully rich. At the end of it, we felt like prize idiots, so I guess, at least, some prizes was being handed out. So I guess at least some prizes was being handed out. So, Albert again. Bored of fighting animals, he tried to fight gravity. Again, he somehow survived. I hope he will now retire from a life even more idiotic and dangerous than mine. Met a fella called Miss Margaret, an animal trainer and showman, or showwoman, mistress of danger. Quite a character. Wants me to find some missing animals. While ago, I met an odd man dressed as a lady animal trainer. Are all Englishmen. That weird, I wonder. Are all Englishmen that weird, I wonder. そういうことか。Karen. All his animals were as fake as the rest of
Never easy leaving the
his
fire.
act. Until I was to find and retrieve a real lion from somewhere or other in Africa, I thought was gonna be another dog, but no, it was a real lion thing. Looked like it. Wanted me for its next meal. After hunting a zebra, that was a donkey, and a tiger, that was a cougar, and another lion, that was just a dog.まあでもクーガーでも十分脅威だとは思うけど、ただまあタイガーの方が強いだろうな。まあ体重が多分多いからね。クーガーって結構ちっちゃかったからな。思ったよりなんかちっちゃくて、タイガーの方が多分でかいし重いし強そうだよね。クーガーとも十分でもまあ強いとは思うけど。Just a dog, or I think that's right. I think I've lost track of the whole thing, and an assistant, that's a real woman, and him, a stranger English maniac in a dress, pretending to be all that he isn't. Remind yourself never to go on the stage.
How's that food coming along?
All in good time.
Pretending to be all that he isn't. Remind yourself never to go on the stage. The weird English guy gave me a pretty decent emerald as payment for my travels. Maybe he wasn't so bad after all. That emerald was about as real as the zebra and the worth. And the worth, that emerald was about as real as the zebra and worth a whole lot less.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Muy bien.
Thank you.
これ S か。ちょっと待って、これでもさ、S じゃないだろ、これ。これ A だろ、これ。なんかこの横線とかさ。これ S なの本当か？これ S じゃないだろ。無理あるだろ、これ。Seems, Miss Margaret made idiots out of all of us. What did I expect? A man who dealt in fake tigers gave out real gems. I have Our firm deals largely in electronic games. I have been recuperating after an interesting encounter with Combe O'Driscoll. I have keen れわかんないんだよな。I have これ瓶なのマジか。recuperating. I have been recuperating. Recuperate. I have been recuperating. 今回復してるとこだよね。I have been recuperating after I have been recuperating after an interesting encounter with Colm O'Driscoll. Dutch got it into his mind to meet that bastard. Dutch got it into his mind to meet the bastard, to somehow end all this lunacy. これはルナシーだよね。Good call. Lunatic. Lunatic. Only Colm. Only Colm did not share Dutch's sense of honor. Amongst thieves. Whole thing was a setup to kidnap me, then lure all of the rest of us into a trap, so we could get arrested and Colm could disappear away. As somehow... somehow carrying off his sin along with our own to the gallows. So we could get arrested and Colm could disappear away. Us somehow carrying off his sin. Disappear away, us somehow carrying off his sin along with his sin along with our own to the gallows. Gallows ってなんだ？あ、公主台のことをギャローズって言うんですか？へえ。家計簿十字架の日。そうなんの？それなんかあんまりギャローズ知らんかったような。 Old English galga, of Germanic origin, related to Dutch galg and German galgen, reinforced in Middle English by Old Norse galgi, a structure on which people, for example criminals, are killed by hanging. Gallows, plural gallows. これ単幅同型か。To send a man to the gallows, which is equal to send him to his death by hanging. The public were waiting to see the hated hangman swing from his own gallows. Hangman ってさ、どういう人のことなんだろう。ちょっとあれやな。今日なんか天気いいからちょっと散歩行った方がいいかもな。
Hurry up, Pearson. I'm starving here. It'll be ready when it's ready.
It'll be ready when it's ready. Hurry up, Pearson. We're starving here. Seems like Combe is enjoying this modern world even less than we are. Along with our own to the gallows. More by luck than judgment, I escaped and somehow got back here. More dead than alive, and collapsed into bed for a few feverish days. After much more nursing from Miss Grimshaw and Miss Tilly, and much guilt-ridden apologies from Dutch over his stupidity, I survived okay. My shoulder, where I was shot, ain't come down with gangrene, and I will live, if even uglier than before. ちょっと知らん単語が2つ出てきとるね。さ、ridden っていうのはなんかそれがあるってことだと思うんだけど、いっぱいいるってことか。ライドの過去分詞それに、ライドされたっていうことか。ライド多動詞セクセイ何々に支えられて動く。ride on 多動詞な ride something を支配する、圧接悩ます苦しめる、する受け身、過去分詞形容詞的。He's ridden by doubts, prejudices. Write something about something のことで人をからかいいじめる。They rode him about his long hair. Ride, rode, ridden. なんとか ridden っていうのは何々がいっぱいいるっていうことか。いるってことか。 あるいはそれに悩まされた、苦しめられた、支配された、虐げられた。Parasite ridden とか書いてたよな。After much nursing from Miss Grimshaw and Miss Tilly and much guilt-ridden apologies from Dutch over his stupidity, I survived okay. My shoulder, where I was shot, ain't come down with gangrene とは。そんな単語本当に存在するんですか？ Gangrene, a decay, which is equal to a process of being destroyed that takes place in a part of the body when the blood supply to it has been stopped because of an illness or injury. Gangrene set in, and he had to have his leg amputated. 壊死ってことですかね。エソ、脱走。Gangrene. Mid-16th century via French from Latin. Gangrena from Greek. Gangrena. I ain't come down with gangrene. And ain't come down with gangrene, and I will live. エソ、脱走。脱走って言うんですかね。読むのかな。そうなんだね。壊死の状態から腐敗菌感染などのためにさらに悪化したものを脱走。なるほど。壊死の次の段階なんだ。Hi there. Hello. And I will live, even if uglier than before. Thing is getting even more insane with the local population. My sense is neither the Greys nor the Braithwaites have a pot to piss in. これもちょっとよく意味がわかんないな。Not have a pot to piss in. これもちょっとどういう意味なんだろうな。よくわかんないね。Don't have a pot to piss in. An origin story. Being completely destitute or penniless. Lacking even the most basic financial resources or possessions. Historical origins. Pot in the phrase originally referred to a chamber pot, a vessel used as an indoor toilet before the advent of modern indoor plumbing. Owing one was a basic standard of having a household. Linguistic research from the Oxford English Dictionary shows that the phrase first appeared in American literature in the 1930s. The original full-length version of the idiom was not having a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. The longer version highlighted the absolute lowest rung of poverty. Rung っていうのは ring, rung.
How are you doing?
しごの子、社会的な、ああ、階段。なるほど、そういうことか。ああ、階層とかそういうことね。はしごの子だから、まあ階段、社会的な階段って意味なんだ。なるほど。あ、段階か、段階っていう。なるほどね。なるほど、なるほど。どこだこれか。This longer version highlighted the absolute lowest rung of poverty, not being able to afford a simple waste pot or an apartment. Or home with a window to dispose of the waste. なるほど。なるほど。After the tech startup went bankrupt, the founders were left without a pot to piss in. He's always bragging about his expensive lifestyle, but everyone knows he doesn't have a pot to piss in. Not have 2 pennies to rub together, down on one's luck, flat broke, skint, British slang, piss poor, are related but debated slang term also describing extreme poverty. うわ、気持ち悪い。ああ、そういうことか。なるほど。なんか、わかるわかる。なんか、サンドにでもさ、なんか2階の窓からねえ、なんかこうぶっかけられてる人いたよな。あれってそういうことだったの？マジか気持ち悪い。なんか中世の街とかでよくそういう場面描かれてるけど、あれってそういうことだったの？キモすぎるだろ。やばいな。つまりその下水道システムがないってことなんですかね。うわで、窓から投げ捨てたんですか？やばすぎだろ、それ。うわだから道が、ねえ、そういうことか。とか、家の前の道がもう下水道状態になってたわけだ。きっしょ。最悪だな、それ。衛生環境最悪だな。うわおぞましいな。Thing is getting even worse, even more insane with the local population. My sense is neither the Greys nor the Braithwaites have a pot to piss in. But I ain't spent too much time. With the landed gentry. これ gentry っていうのはわからないんですけど。何これ。ああ。なるほどね。But I ain't spent too much time with the landed gentry. Landed 辞書持ちの辞書持ちの辞書土地持ちの辞書持ちの I ain't spent too much time with the landed gentry. Whatever else they is, they don't make one believe in the whatever else they is なんで they are じゃなくて they is なんだろう。文脈的にも単数の they ではないと思うんだけど they don't そうだよね。だってこれ単数だったらさ doesn't になるはずだよね。だからこれ一つの文だから矛盾してるよな。whatever else they is they don't だから is doesn't とか are don't のどっちかやな。 Whatever else they is, they don't make one believe. They don't make one believe in the nobility of the aristocracy. これアメリカンマスクラットかな。なんだろう。あ、ビーバーだ。そうだ、ビーバー狩りに行ったんだ。これビーバーだ、これも。これもこれも。この絵何これ面白。
How's it going? Very well.
Very well. ビーバーの絵うますぎだな。こいつ誰やっけこれ。こんな人いた？これなんかメキシカンの人ですね、多分。帽子とかヒゲの感じから言って。Discovered the world's angriest man, relieved to realize it ain't me. これ誰だっけな。この人誰か思い出せないよな。なんか、これブレイズウェイトとかグレイ関係の人だっけ？違うか。誰これ？なんか銃でこうなんか勝負をね、射撃のなんか勝負を仕掛けてきた人だっけな。違うかな。あ、でもそんな怒ってないな。Acuna's Star Orchid. Rat-tail Orchid. A very small church for a very small congregation. Congregation っていうのはさ、なんだっけ？そうね、集会って意味だよね。そうだよ。シャーン。ちょっと、congregate って集まるよね。そういう意味だよね。The directors congregated in the conference room. ちょっと、散歩っていうかなんかちょっとウォーキングに行かないとな。Sean has been killed. I'm more sad than I can admit. RIP. ST. I loved that little loud-mouthed wretch more than I knew. He was like an annoying little brother to me. What fun we had riding together. And now he's dead. His head shot half off in an ambush. Half off. 半分。これ half off ってどういうこと？ What fun we had riding together. And now he's dead. His head shot half off in an ambush. 二つに割れたってことか。どういうことだろう。His head shot half off in an ambush. ちょっとよくわからん。His head shot half off. 違うか。 What a goddamn mess we are making of things.「半分に吹き飛ばされた」って意味なんですか？そうか。でもだとしたらこの絵とじゃあこの絵にはでは右側が残ってるから左側が吹き飛ばされてるってことかな。なるほど。What goddamn mess we are making of things. Still no. Confederate gold.
Careful with that.
Hey.
A person who helps somebody especially to do something illegal or secret. Confederate. The Confederate Army. Confederate Army.
You know me?
Still no Confederate gold, but a shit load of trouble. Home for now. We're moved again. More trouble with the Pinkertons. More trouble with them locals. More trouble all around. Little Jack's been kidnapped, so we're trying to find him. Apparently some fella in Saint Denis, Senor something or other, took umbrage to our presence and kidnapped him, or heaven forbid, worse. Took umbrage. Took umbrage to our presence.これって結局 どういうことだったんだ。ブレイズウェイトが首謀者ではなかったってことなのか、このジャックの誘拐に関しては。このジャックを誘拐しようと思ったのはブレイズウェイトじゃなかったってことなのか。ちょっとあんまよく分かってないんだけど。Took umbrage to our presence and kidnapped him, or heaven forbid, worse. ちょっと家出ないとな。Forbid. Or heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. Or worse. 桑原。Heaven forbid. はい。落雷を防ぐために唱えるまじない。MGS3 のボルギン大佐の最初のセリフが桑原だった。or heaven forbid, worse. そうか。それを禁じてくださいと天に言ってるってことか。おそらく。We burnt down Braithwaite Manor when we went hunting for him in an almighty scrap. We burnt down Braithwaite Manor when we went hunting for him in an almighty scrap.
Susan. Mr. Smith?
これ乱闘って意味なの？ An almighty scrap. へえ、スクラップでいさかい喧嘩って意味なんだ。へえ。要は屋敷を焼き払ってその結果としてスクラップにしたガラクタにしたっていう意味なのかと思ったけど違うんだ。スクラップでいさかい喧嘩って意味なんですね。へえ。へえ。そういうことか。Braithwaite. We burnt down Braithwaite Manor when we went hunting for him in an almighty scrap. in an almighty scrap. We burnt down Braithwaite Manor. We burnt down Braithwaite Manor when we went hunting for him in an almighty scrap. Then we got spoken to again by Agent Milton. This time he asked for Dutch's head on a platter. これもわかんないな。これ肉用の大皿って意味なんだ。へえ。This time he asked for Dutch's head on a platter. なんかやばい鳴き声してるけど大丈夫かな。Dutch's head on a platter. We got him to leave, but they ain't too pleased with us. So we headed into Saint Denis to find little Jack. We was told he'd been kidnapped by some local gangster. This Hallian feller called Bronte, a local tough guy. Hallian. 何それ Hallian なんだそれは。ちょっとなんか間違ってるこれ読み方が。This Italian か。ああ、そこ。そうだね。うわーこれ H じゃなくて IT かよ。This Italian feller, my Italian か。Called Bronte, a local tough guy. We ain't found him, but he's found us. Dutch and I headed into town and I managed to get myself robbed by a bunch of children. This was a new low, even by my standards. New low って何？新安値。これ子供を使ってるってことがよくないってことを言ってるのかな多分。自分のなんかなんていうか手先として子供を利用することが良くないってことを多分言ってんだろうな。なるほどね。This was a new low, even by my standards. Anyway, we found Mr. Bronte and are gonna pay him a call.
Not too bad. Wish I could say the same. How are you doing?
Don't ask.
I'm with you there.
Are gonna pay him a call. We better get the boy back soon. Not least because if we don't, Abigail will kill the lot of us. We better get the boy back soon. Not least because これはそれだけが理由でない。Not just because と同じってことかな。それだけが理由ではないってことだよね、多分。なんと言ってもって意味か。いや、違うか。Not least because いや、どういうことだろうな。これちょっとよくわかんないな。よし、ちょっと早く家出ないと。少なからず特に。ああ、少なくないってことだから、まあ、少なからずってことだから、それ特にって意味になるんですか。なるほどね。まあ、その後に来るものが、の程度が少なくないってことを言ってて、これで、特にそれが多いっていうことを含意することになるわけか。なるほど。We better get the boy back soon. Not least because if we don't, Abigail will kill the lot of us. All this after we burned down the Braithwaite Manor. これさ、ここではさ、定冠詞が Braithwaite Manor についてるけど、さっきついてなかったよね。ほら。We burnt down Braithwaite Manor ってこれ無冠詞だよね。定冠詞がついたりつかなかったりしてるのはなんでですかね。もう少し重要時になってしまう。Burnt. How's it going? Not bad. That's good. That's good. We better get the boy back soon, not least because if we don't, Abigail will kill the lot of us.
Hello, Javier.
Hello, Javier. Buddy. All this after we burnt down the Braithwaite Manor house. あ、これハウスだからか。あ、そういうことか。わかったわかった。Braithwaite Manor 単体だと無冠詞でいいけど、この Braithwaite Manor っていうのがハウスの形容詞になってる場合は、これハウスが本体だからハウスに対してまあ定冠詞をつけてるってことか。All this after we burnt down the Braithwaite Manor house, looking for him and made some real enemies of ourselves back in that country. All this after. Pay him a call.
did my best. You lot need to give me some better ingredients.
All this after we burnt down the Braithwaite Manor home looking for him and made some real enemies of ourselves back in that country. We're now hiding deep in the swamps, trying not to get
Uncle.
eaten
Hello.
by wildlife or sunk too deep in the mud. Sink の過去分詞形は Sink, sunk, sunk だっけsank か。ああ。sink, sank, sunk か。get sunk。これ多動詞やんの。沈めるってことか。We are hiding deep in swamps, trying not to get eaten by wildlife or sunk too deep in the mud. I cannot decide which I like less, the swamps or the city. Both are full of parasites, reptiles, and slime. I can't decide I cannot decide which I like less. The swamps or the city. Both are full of parasites, reptiles, and slimes, but the swamp is prettier. The swamp is prettier. Josh is trying to think of where we can run next, but in the meantime, we are deep in the swamps, hiding in some disease-ridden old plantation house, mostly swollen up by nature. Mostly swollen up by nature. Disease-ridden か。disease ってどういうことだろう。mostly swallowed up. Mostly swallowed up by nature. swallowed じゃないです。swallowed だ。swallowed そうね、swollen っていう単語ないですかね。じゃあ、swallowed っていう単語はないね。swollen っていうのはまあ腫れてるってことですよね。swollen じゃないね。swallowed だ。mostly swallowed up by nature. Guess we will find Jack, but some money. Guess we will find Jack. Get some money, then flee. But where? These bastards ain't giving up. We're a long way east of land we know, and far from real open country. No, I will not. Met urine met a curious Frenchman in a bar. Bought him a drink and he gave me a picture, said he was an artist, although I'm not sure I see what is so good about it. Met a monk, helped him free a couple of poor bastards from the islands someplace who were kept prisoner. The monk, what was his name? Brother something or other, was a good fellow. One of these innocent people who make you feel better about human beings and even about yourself a little. Must be odd to see all that goodness in the world. Place always seemed dark and brutal to me. Met a weird fella once. Once 100 gallons of moonshine for love. Never heard such nonsense in all my life, and I know some talkers of nonsense. Guess I'll go ask that clerk, Alden, Trelawney's disappointed friend. Maybe he knows a way of finding it, as I think there's money in this. Met a pair of fellas from a chain gang, black fella named white, white fella named black. They wanted to kill each other. They begged me to clear off some wanted posters for them. Collected the posters. Old white and black weren't so innocent as they seem. Took the shine to the fella in Saint Denis, professor no less. Masashiku って意味なんだよね。It's the queen herself, no less. He gave me $100. And in cash, no less. 確かに現金だよ。A professor, no less. Andrew something or other. He's built an electric chair as a kind way of killing folk that need killing. Oh, the irony of it all. Even more ironic. Me so tough and him so weak, and I never got paid. Ah, それがなんか皮肉ってこと。通常はね、その力関係でお金がもらえるはずなのにってことですか。Met a crazy man in Saint Denis, professor no less, Marco Dragic. I'm still amazed by what I experienced. He had me control a tiny boat remotely. How? I have no idea. I did not understand any of it, but even though he was annoying and a sharp mouth, he seemed obviously highly intelligent. Was I duped? I have no idea. Duped ってなんか騙されるってことかな。そうだね。騙されやすい人って意味だからね。Was I duped? I have no idea. Wouldn't he the first time I've fallen for the rantings of an intelligent man telling me how to think. Fall for. 好きな光る騙されるってことか。惚れ込め。He fell for the trick. He fell for Anne in a big way. He fell for Anne. In a big way. In a big way. Wouldn't he the first time I've fallen for? I've fallen for the rantings. Wouldn't he the first time I've fallen for the rantings of 騙されたってことか。 かかったってことか。Wouldn't he the first time I've fallen for the rantings of an intelligent man telling me how to think. Only he didn't tell me how to think. Whole thing was odd. Told me to come see him at his love at Dover Hill, maybe. If I went to get paid for this nonsense. If I want to get paid for this nonsense, I gotta find a bounty. Named name of Wilson J. McDaniels. So, he can be humanely disposed of at enormous cost to everybody, as opposed to at enormous cost to everybody っていうのがちょっとどういうことなんだろうこれは。As opposed to shot in the head like I would do. これ無関詞なんだね。As opposed to shot in the head, like I would do. Still ain't been paid for this. これ B に見える、これ K にも見えるけど、これ B なんですね。なんかこの書き方はちょっと、あ、そうだね。こう上に凸にこう書いてるね。上に凸っていうかなんか右回りに書いてるね。私これ引き台の時左回りに書くんだけどね。確か、だよね。ブロック点の書き方やな、これな。右回りは。時計回りは。B の書き方ね。ちょっとこんなんじゃない。シャツってこれ、無関詞、ねえ、何ですかね。これ深さ名詞ってことですよね。違うのかな。ちょっとよくわからん。で、終わりと。でね、これジャーナル以外にも読むものあるんですよね。キーボード操作忘れたわ、どう言ってるか。これキーボード操作どうやってやるんだっけ。いやー、ダメだな、わからん。ちょっと待って。コントロールズ、キーマッピングで、なんだ、どれだ？スペースかな？ちゃうか？と inventory activities. Pause menu. P で、そうか。スペースじゃないよな。E じゃないよな。なんだろう。あ、右、マウスボタンか。これマイカだな。マイカだった。じゃあちょっと一旦クイットする。どうしよう。一旦クイットするか。